Good morning, everyone. Augustina Holtz here with John R. Wood Properties. I want to introduce you to my series. I'm going to be interviewing professionals in the Southwest Florida area who are here to provide service for you. And this morning, I want to introduce Julie Scott of Movement Mortgage. Julie, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Augustina. I'm happy to be here.
Julie, I want to read a little bit about you to just let our viewers know who you are, and then we're just going to start. I'll ask you a few questions, and we'll go from there, okay?
Sure.
So, Julie, I dug up some dirt on you, and I found a press release from Movement Mortgage, and it's just so inspiring. So I want to read it to the viewers. Movement Mortgage is a national top 10 retail mortgage lender, and they're excited to announce the addition of Julie Scott of the Southwest Florida market. Scott started in the mortgage industry in 1997 and has been a loan officer since 1999. She has consistently ranked as one of the top loan officers for her company, and last year ranked in the top 1% of all loan originators in the entire country. In 2018, she helped 178 families for $32 million in loan volume. Julie, that's quite impressive.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
So tell me about your passion for being a lender.
Yeah, well, as you just read there, I've been doing it for 20 plus years. Mm-hmm. And, you know, probably very similar to you. I just love to help people, mm-hmm. you know, and if you truly do love to help people, they can see that, and it just leads from there. You know, you help them. Mm-hmm. They refer their friends and family, and I do believe, and especially with what's going on right now with the coronavirus, I am such an advocate for homeownership. And you know, not to get off the subject, but I really do feel that with this coronavirus, it's only going to promote homeownership. I mean, we're spending so much time in our homes right now. Mm-hmm. Think about it. If you're in a cramped apartment and you have to go down a hallway or an elevator to get to your car, now more than ever, you want to be in your very own home. So I think when this is over and people are starting to get back to normal life again, I really do think that we're only going to see this help increase homeownership.
I agree, and I really think that this is an opportunity to really learn the technology that we need and now incorporate it going forward in our businesses, because not to get off the subject, but I am meeting so many people through these types of calls that I would not have ordinarily had the opportunity to meet. I'm meeting with people up in Minnesota and partnering with realtors up there because a lot of people from the Midwest want to move down. So we're forging these relationships, and by partnering with the people that we know, like, and trust, as you know, we'll want to do business for them. And I remember, I believe we met at a Fort Myers Beach Chamber event.
Yes, we did.
And I just, you know, you kind of commanded the room. You had a presence, and you were very professional. And when I saw you and I was introduced to you, I felt like you were someone that I really needed to know. So that the way you presented yourself really shows through, and I know that's the way you work with your customers, but your desire to partner. And then not soon after that, well, I think at that meeting you were introduced to my broker manager, Jay Richter. Yes. And he invited you to our office, and you came and you just spent some time talking with us, and that made me really want to do business with you. So I appreciate the way you get yourself out there, and I appreciated your responsiveness to the invitation to come to our office. And I think that's the way that we succeed in doing business, is to just partner with people so that we can in turn provide the whole package to our customers.
Exactly. Information, good mm-hmm. information that they can use.
Yeah.
And you know, you're the same way, and you know, I can sense that about you. So just getting good information out there to people that they can use to make the best choice for themselves. That's really what it's all about. Mm-hmm. And then that will form the trust, and that's where the relationship comes in.
Yes, that's true. So Julie, let's address the coronavirus for a minute. Talk to us about what's going on in the mortgage industry, in the loan industry that has been affected by the pandemic?
Sure, and we are seeing changes daily, so we'll talk today and tomorrow there could be a change that comes out. So it's definitely rapidly changing. So the biggest things to address are, number one, lending guidelines. With the uncertainty in the economy, the high unemployment, it's only natural that the riskier loans are going to be affected. So
right.
A month ago, most lenders are the same. A month ago, we could do loans down to maybe a 580 credit score with very little money down, and what they call debt to income ratio, high debt to income. So the percentage of your income that's going towards your debt payment, that has all changed. So now you have to have a higher credit score. In most cases, usually between 620 and 640.
Okay.
You also, usually have to have a little bit more money down and maybe can't finance as much as you could have 30 days ago. So it's really affecting more of the first-time home buyers, more of the second home buyers or people that have higher credit scores with 20% down. We're really not seeing any effect there.
Okay.
But just the riskier type of loan, we're seeing a difference. The other thing are jumbo loans, which in most counties, it's any loan amount over $510,400.
Okay.
That market, we're seeing it's drying up a little. So it's becoming harder to find those loans.
Okay.
So, these are all temporary. It could be changed. They could go back in 6 months. They could go back in 12 months. They could go back in 30 days. It just all depends on what happens with the virus and how it affects the economy. The other thing that we're seeing is interest rates. In general, mortgage rates are very low. So once again, if you are not considered a higher risk borrower and you are looking to buy or refinance, it really is a great time because of the opportunities out there with the low interest rates. And I'm sure you can address, what's going on with home prices and inventory. But the interest rates, we're seeing huge swings from day to day. So one day it could be 3.25, the next day it could be 3.75, depending on the loan program.
Right.
But we're definitely seeing huge swings. So if you are looking to buy or refinance, the recommendation is just have everything ready to go. And then hopefully, it'll get to a point one day where, it's on the low end and you're in a position where you can go ahead and lock that in.
Yeah, and that's what we're advising our customers to just get everything ready. We send them to you, get their finances in order, send them to their financial advisor, get your loan, start talking to a loan officer and start really doing the research in the areas that you are interested in. And you're right, things are fluctuating now in the real estate business as well. That we're finding that the inventory at this time of the year, inventory goes up, but it's kind of remaining even now. And we anticipate prices, depending upon the home seller, whether they're going to be going down or not. If they were just testing the waters, they'll probably keep their home prices the same. If they really need to move, the prices will probably go down, and it's just season. It's just what's going on with the virus. And we as realtors have to follow the CDC regulations. We have to stay distant and the social distancing. And as a matter of fact, I'm showing a property today. It's vacant. I'm not going in with the home buyer. As a matter of fact, their realtor is not going to be with them. So I'm going to open up the house, open up everything. They are required to have gloves and a mask on and not to touch anything. Unfortunately, that's the way we have to do things. The other thing that we're doing is I'm doing virtual home tours. So I'm getting on my cell phone and I'm taking videos of the homes. I'm taking videos of the neighborhoods, just so that I can put the information out there. So there's a lot of things that we can do now that we just didn't think of before to provide the service to home buyers and home sellers.
Exactly. And people, are at home, so they have the time.
They have nothing else to do. I mean, they do. They have the time to really do the research and to look at look at the properties that they might not, have ordinarily had the time because they're working and they can't get away. So I think it's a real, again, opportunity for them to discover what it is that they're looking for and really doing the detailed work that needs to be done. So when this thing is over, they'll be able to hit the ground running.
Exactly, exactly. And I'm a firm believer, and a lot of industry experts are too, that when this is over, we don't know how long it's going to be. It's probably going to get a little worse before it gets better. But when it is over, we're going to see the housing market just go crazy because there was already a lot of pent up demand.
That's
now
right.
You have people sitting at home doing the research, looking at houses online. Mortgage rates are low, so I think there's going to be a ton of opportunity out there.
So Julie, what else are you doing in the way of getting the word out and making sure your customers are getting served with the information that they need?
Yeah, so of course, I'm working from home like pretty much everybody else is. So just doing a lot of Zoom calls, trying to do a lot of videos. I'm just trying to get the information out there because there's a ton of information out there, and some of it is not the best information. The other thing I just want to mention, which all of us mortgage professionals have been trying to put out there, is this whole mortgage forbearance thing. And I won't address much about that, but if you do have a mortgage, the government has come in and in most cases said, okay, you can, forbear making your mortgage payment for, I think it's 1 to 6 months possibly.
Right.
That does not mean it's free. It means you are going to have to pay that mortgage payment when you make your next one. So if you skip this payment and you make your, May payment, then you're going to have 2 payments in May. So just to make sure, if anybody is considering doing that. And of course, there are people that have lost their jobs and legitimately cannot pay their mortgage. If that is the case, please contact your servicer and make sure you fully understand, what you're getting into, because it can create a worse situation. And if you can make your mortgage payment, then please make your mortgage payment, because you will have to owe that money eventually.
Right. And it just makes it less painful when it actually comes due.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's important. You're right. There's so much information out there, and some of it is incorrect and some of it is panic driven. And it's really advisable for the homeowner to contact their provider and get the skinny on their particular program.
Right.
Well, Julie, is there anything else that you'd like to talk about today?
Yeah, just to say, that you and I, we're both here, we're working. I mean, I am really surprised that I have not seen things slow down as much. If you told me a year ago we were going to have a pandemic and, we weren't going to be able to leave our homes, I would have thought the real estate market would just completely dry up. But it really hasn't.
It
There's
really
still
hasn't.
people out there buying and selling. It hasn't stopped. I mean, my prediction, we will see it slow down a little bit more in probably May and June, depending on what the virus does. But there's still people buying and selling. Mortgage rates are low. You mentioned inventory. So if you are considering buying, start doing your research, be prepared. And, if you're willing and able and the right home comes along, then you can probably get
hit it. Yeah, that's true. Well, Julie, thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to speak with us.
Thank you.
Julie, how can people get in touch with you if they want to speak to you directly?
Sure, yeah, anything I can do, any questions, I am at 239-209-2017.
And Julie, where is your physical office located?
Yeah, my physical office, I'm in Fort Myers. I'm at Royal Palm Square, which is on the corner of Colonial and Summerlin.
Okay, sounds good. Well, Julie, thanks again, and we will talk soon.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.